Prince Minkah has joined us on phone. Hello, Prince Minkah. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Motiti. Good to be on the show and great talking to you as well. What's on my mind is Goldbod.
Absolutely. And it's great to talk to you about Goldbod. What is this directive? How necessary has it become for you to put out this enforcement directive?
Okay, so it's pretty simple. We are only exercising our regulatory function as the sole seller, buyer, assayer, refiner, exporter of Ghana gold. And when it comes to gold transaction in Ghana, you know that our regulatory function is only aimed at ensuring that Ghana is able to maximize national benefits from our gold and other precious minerals. And that's why we've commenced this nationwide enforcement of the mandatory use of Goldbod receipts by all licensed buyers in the purchase and sale of gold in Ghana. And Motiti, the issuance of the Goldbod receipts by our licensed aggregators and self-finance aggregators, as well as those who hold buyer license tier 1, as well as buyer license tier 2, and I'm referring to the buyers, has become a necessity, has become compulsory requirement for gold trading, and also a critical condition for the validity of all transactions. So if you would want to evaluate the validity of a transaction, the issuance of the Goldbod receipt will make that difference. The last time that we, nabbed some of the gold smugglers, they had with them certain kinds of receipts. It is the Goldbod receipt that will make a difference. It is the Goldbod receipt that will make anyone who would want to see if the transaction is valid to be able to truly determine that. And that's why we're going to be ensuring full compliance. And in ensuring the full compliance, we are going to be sending our Goldbod task force and field inspectors across the country. And so all licensed buyers are required to make their receipt booklets available for inspections and cooperate fully with the inspections teams who will be coming around.
Okay.
And we also want to advise the licensed small-scale miners, because it is them that our licensed aggregators and then the buyer license tier 1 and then the buyer license tier 2 go to purchase from. And that's why this advice is very critical. We're advising all small-scale miners and gold traders to insist on the issuance of the Goldbod receipts. Otherwise, your transaction does not become valid. Your transaction becomes something that the law frowns against, and that comes with its punishment. So you need to insist on the issuance of the Goldbod receipts for every purchase or every transaction undertaken with a licensed buyer or the licensed buyers. And the licensed buyers are also reminded that the non-issuance of the Goldbod receipts constitutes serious offense and may attract severe sanctions, including, this one will interest, including the suspension or the revocation of their license. So we have made some phone lines available. Our license and regulatory units are on standby for any calls, particularly for those who may have been issued licenses and may not have the Goldbod receipts.
Okay.
So you may want to call our Goldbod license regulatory unit on these numbers, and I give your indulgence for talking on this one.
Absolutely.
With your permission. The numbers are 0542 32 5994. 0542 32 5994. Or you can as well call 025 607 2017 and 025 607 2012.
Okay.
So we really appreciate the cooperation of all licensed buyers and in upholding transparency and integrity in the Ghana gold trading industry
Minkah,
so far. And this is one of our mechanisms of ensuring that there's transparency, there's accountability within the gold trading industry in Ghana. It's a necessity. authority.
On transparency and how do you plan to surmount challenges like fake receipt books, some of your task force operators, illegally helping some of these licensed operators to, use the loopholes in the system?
Okay, so yes, I was listening to our good brother Umar Sanda. He drew my attention to a certain fault that usually comes with some of these questions. In order to ask some of these questions, the basis would be that there should be a reasonable justification or suspicion that some of these task force have engaged in any form of illegalities. And if you don't have, then let me draw your attention to something His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said when we outdoored our task force, or we inaugurated the Goldbod task force, whose job is to ensure compliance to gold trading, proper way of gold trading, whose job is to ensure compliance to proper way of gold pricing, and their job is also to ensure compliance or to deal with gold smuggling. That's their job. Now, with that forming the basis, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said that, look, anytime these Goldbod task force are going to mount an operation, it will be sanctioned by the CEO of the Ghana Gold Board, Lawyer Samigenti.
Okay.
So if our CEO has not sanctioned an operation, they cannot move. So you realize that in the spirit of transparency, we've issued a statement stating that we are going to ensure that there is compliance to the issuance of gold board receipts in order to ensure validity of the gold transaction.
Okay.
So we've made this clear to the public, and that's one way of ensuring transparency. So number two, we indicated in a statement that the task force will be sent out there on an operation, meaning that this operation has been sanctioned by the CEO of the Ghana Gold Board. So they only move when the CEO has sanctioned that they do so.
Okay.
So I have my doubts, unless you have a reasonable justification for a suspicion that they might engage themselves in any form of activity that will lead to anything that would negate what we are trying to reach out from the gold trading industry.
Right.
Otherwise, this is the modus operandi. This is the mode in which we operate.
Right.
Sanctioned by the CEO before they mount any form of operations.
Okay. Are there any reward schemes, any, incentives to support whistleblowers, some of your task forces who will point you to the direction of illegality when it comes to the issuance of the receipts or the validation of transactions?
No, the reward scheme that we announced was in reference to illegal gold trading, illegal gold pricing, and smuggling.
Right.
But this validity of transaction, which can only be proven with the usage of the gold board receipt, that's what comes with such.
Okay.
But however, it will be great if any patriotic citizen will draw our attention to anyone engaging in gold trading without the issuance of the gold board receipt.
Right.
You never know.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope that we'd hear from your outfit when you hit roadblocks when it comes to fake receipts, transactions, validation of the transaction, so that we can educate the people and let people know what to look out for. People in the value chain, the gold value chain, and all of that. So thank you so much for speaking to us.